How much walking do you need to reach 10% body fat? This was me before walking, before my transformation, and this was me after applying walking into my routine as my main cardio source so I can become a fat burning machine. We have all of these points today, guys, I'm going to cover in this video. Stay tuned. I hope you get a lot of value, and as always, leave any comments down below. Always happy to answer, and I hope it helps. So running through all of these pointers before I start, the main one in the top left corner, this is why I've written this in blue. Nutrition must be controlled for any of this to work. To reach 10% body fat, if nutrition is not controlled and we're just applying this, then we're not going to reach 10% body fat. If we have no idea of what our diet is like, and if our diet is not set up, and if our diet is not set in place. I put plenty of videos, guys, on my Instagram, on my reels of full days of eatings. This is going to help you out. And also I have on my YouTube channel, long form pieces of content of how to actually set up your nutrition, of how to control it. And then we can apply all of this to then reach 10% body fat. But we need nutrition control. This is why I've written it in the top left corner. If we're just doing this and you're doing cardio, etc., lots of weights, everything, nutrition is not controlled, you will not reach 10% body fat. Okay, so very, very important, guys. We must control nutrition first. Go and check out more videos on my YouTube after this one, and also my Instagram reels. I put plenty of full days of eatings to help you out and move forward so you can start losing body fat and you can reach 10% body fat, your ideal physique. So starting with the top 2 points, this is going over duration and how much body fat you actually lose in the day. Because if you are doing more activity, which is going to be the 12 to 20K steps, more output, more duration, you're going to tap into your fat stores further for that day. So you're going to elicit more body fat. If you're doing slightly less steps, you're still going to burn body fat. You're still going to be in fat loss, but you're just not going to tap into your fat stores as much because you're doing less activity. So this is why there's no actual specific number to lose body fat on how much steps you actually need to do. It will always be a range. So some days you might hit a massive blast of 15K steps, and then the next day you're still around 8K. So you're still burning fat on them both days, but you've slightly just you've tapped into your fat stores a bit more further on the higher step count day. But we always want to try and get a consistent schedule throughout and really lock in a great routine that I will get onto. But just running through the duration, 8 to 12K steps per day, which is going to be fat loss. That's a very, very good start marker. You can break this up as well. You can do 4K in the morning, 4K in the afternoon, 4K in the evening. As an example, you can work all day sitting at your desk, and then you can do a long 10 to 12K evening walk. That's absolutely fine. You're still going to elicit the amount, and you're still going to burn a good amount of calories to add you into burning body fat and become a fat burning machine. 12 to 20K steps is going to be very, very fast fat loss. This is the marker that I use for the last resorts when I'm really tidying up the last pieces around my stomach. I'll walk around 15K steps per day to really push that activity up, really, really burn a high amount of calories. But you don't need to start off with a high amount. Just start off with the basics, 8 to 12K steps per day. A very, very good start to get you into fat loss. And then some days, maybe even the weekend, you have some more time, you might want to go for more steps to help you burn a bit more fat extra across the week. If you don't have a step tracker, then I recommend we go with duration here. So for the top one, 60 to 90 minutes. And then this one here, we're going for 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's where we want to be walking in terms of duration. I recommend you buy a step tracker, or you can also track on your iPhone. On the health app, you can track your steps that way. Very efficient, it just gives you a baseline and a very good goal to work towards for the day. It may seem not the highest goal to work towards, working towards an 8K steps may seem very easy, very simple, but it's a great accomplishment and something to be proud of every day, working towards these targets, because it's still work you've got to go and do, because it's time that you're just walking outside and it's time that you're putting into your body and yourself. So you're moving towards targets so you can reach towards 10% body fat. So starting off, guys, 8 to 12K steps per day for fat loss. Get yourself becoming a fat burning machine. 12 to 20K steps, maybe if you want to do that on the weekend when you've got more time, you're going to just burn more fat for that day. Very, very important. I recommend getting a step tracker or use the health app on your iPhone. Very beneficial. Point number 3 is going to be the intensity of your walking. Are you walking up hills? Are you walking downhill? Are you walking flat? If you want to burn more calories and you want to essentially sweat more, then I recommend you boost the intensity up. If you live by some mountains or you live by some hills, great guys, maybe some of your steps, walk up a hill, you're just going to burn more calories. And what will that do again? That will lead you to the faster fat loss. Because remember when I mentioned the more output we do, the more activity we do, you're going to burn more fat for that day. Okay, so if you are walking a bit more higher on intensity, you're just going to burn more calories, which is going to help you burn more fat for that day, which is going to be very beneficial. Regarding the intensity, if you're not by any hills, if you're not by any mountains, then I've added treadmill settings here for you if you want to burn more calories for this day. Maybe it's a rest day from the gym, maybe you're resting from weight training and you feel like going to the gym and just doing some cardio. Stick to the walking, you're going to become a fat burning machine because you are applying still less cardio. But these are the settings that I want you to apply. I want you to go on incline 8 to 10, speed 4 to 4.5 kilometers per hour. From this point as well, I want you to track your BPM, your beats per minute. If you can reach 130 on that treadmill, you're going to be burning fat in that period. Because less cardio means low intensity steady state. Low intensity steady state cardio is very, very efficient for burning body fat. You're tapping into your fat stores when you're burning those calories, when you're essentially on the treadmill or when you're walking outside. It's just low intensity steady state. You tap into your fat stores. This is the power of walking. If you want to push the intensity up and you want to go to the gym, hop on the treadmill, incline 8 to 10, speed 4 to 4.5. This, again, I use with the faster fat loss around 15K steps when I'm getting super, super shredded, just to burn those extra calories. I'll go and apply higher intensity on the treadmill and I will apply more steps just to initiate that faster fat loss when I'm getting super, super lean. Just going back over the first 3 points of what we've gone through, 8 to 12K steps, 12 to 20K steps for faster fat loss. This is going to be the duration. So to get started, to get into fat loss, walk 8 to 12K steps per day. To get started, start becoming fat adapted so you can tap into your fat stores. If you want to really go for it and you want to really fast shred, super, super fast, 12 to 20K steps. Just bear in mind, guys, with this one on point 2, please look after your recovery. If you're on day 4 and you're struggling to walk and you're at 15K steps and you just want to walk to 20 and you're really struggling, recover. Go back down to this. You're still going to be a fat burning machine. Just reduce your steps. Look after yourself. Watch your recovery. Very, very important. I can explain this because I've been there in the past as well. Just really trying to push myself, push my body, and this can backfire as well with eating habits. So look after your body, guys. Look after your recovery and listen to how you feel on the day. You might walk 12K steps 5 days in a row. Amazing. And then on the 6th day, you might be really exhausted, really flat. So just walk 8K steps. Take a day off, a bit further more in the steps. You're still going to be in fat loss. You're still going to be a fat burning machine. So when you have the energy, you can potentially go for the more duration. When you feel like you need rest, just go for the lower duration. Over the week, you're still going to burn body fat. Very beneficial. If you feel like upping that intensity and you want to burn more calories and you feel like you have energy for the day, head to the gym, incline 8 to 10, speed 4 to 4.5 kilometers per hour. This is going to assure that you are burning more calories, the intensity is higher, you're going to be breathing very efficient, a very great way to elicit more body fat. These are the 3 pointers, guys, to begin, and I hope it's helping. 2 now recommended timings to add into your routine to create a healthy lifestyle so you can elicit more body fat. Post-workout steps and evening steps. Post-workout steps because you're going to be using all of your carbohydrate stores when you're training in the gym, weight training. Then if you walk post-workout, you're just going to be tapping into your fat stores. You've used all your carbohydrate stores when you've trained, you've depleted, now you're just going to be tapping into your fat stores when you walk post-workout. Very, very beneficial, guys, to burn more calories and to burn more body fat. Walking post-workout, very, very beneficial. Less cardio, again, remember, low intensity steady state will burn the most fat, i.e. walking. So walking post-workout is one variable I recommend you add into your routine, even if it's just 10 minutes. Extra fat burning, very, very beneficial. If you have more time, then you can walk for 20 to 30 minutes. That'll be amazing. The last one is evening steps. After your last meal in the evening, this was one habit that I used to add into my routine when I was getting super lean. When I went to 8% body fat, I'll add a video on here. Point number 5 is evening steps. After your last meal in the evening, get your shoes on, go for a walk. Very beneficial, it's going to help with your digestion, help you sleep greater, and it gets you out of the house. Gets you out of the house away from any extra food. If you have kids, if you have a family and there's food flying around, I recommend after your last meal, go for a walk, because when you come back, you will not want to eat. Come back, have some hydration, maybe a herbal tea, which is absolutely fine, helping with your digestion further. Have a hot shower, then head to bed. But the last thing you want to do when you're on a transformation is eat your dinner and you're just hovering around the kitchen and you start looking for more food in the fridge. So get your shoes on. So get your shoes on after your last meal and go for a walk. Whether that's you going for your longest walk, you might need to finish your steps. You might need to go and walk for an hour because you've missed it throughout the day, or maybe you just need to get a couple of thousand in. It's going to be very beneficial. You're going to come back fresh-minded, you're going to come back fully digested, and it's going to help you stick to your routine. So I recommend evening steps. Very powerful marker. We recommend this for all of our clients as well. The last metric is going to be now tracking your progress throughout. Tracking how many steps that you're doing per week, tracking how much body fat you're actually losing per week, and then tracking your photos and seeing how you're actually responding here and seeing how you're actually looking. If there is no change from doing all of these markers and you're tracking your progress, there's no change in the mirror, there's no change in the scale weight, there's no change at all, it means, guys, nutrition is not controlled. That is the only variable. It means your nutrition is not in place for you to start becoming a fat burning machine. Okay? If you are starting to move the needle and your body's changing, you're looking leaner, it means your nutrition is controlled and you're applying the tools. Okay? So it's very important, guys, to track your progress and don't just go off the scale weight. Get the tape out. Take photos. Photos are my greatest. When I'm on a transformation, I'll take a photo of myself in the mirror 3 days a week, at least. I really analyze my body composition because sometimes the scale weight will not budge because I'm recomping, I'm building muscle and I'm burning fat. So take photos, guys, very beneficial. If you're not moving the needle, nutrition is not controlled. If you have any questions on this part, you can comment down below on this video as well. Happy to answer, but like I mentioned, check out my Instagram for many meals, and also I have more videos on my YouTube explaining how to set up your nutrition. It's very important, guys. But start applying this into your routine. Any questions on the fast fat loss and slower fat loss, please let me know. Any questions on the intensity and the timing of your steps, let me know here. That'll be great. Overall, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you on the next one.